Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever found yourself awake in the middle of the night, for no reason at all? You're not anxious. No noise woke you up. You didn't have a nightmare. You didn't even drink coffee late. But suddenly, you're just awake. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., eyes wide open, and somehow you know you won't be falling back asleep anytime soon. That used to happen to me, more times than I could count. At first, I brushed it off. Maybe I'm just overworked. Maybe my mind is still racing. But then it began happening more regularly, at the same time every night, and always with this strange, subtle feeling, like something, or someone, was waiting for me to notice. I remember one particular night. It was around 3 a.m. when I woke up again. The house was quiet. I was tired, but not sleepy. Normally I would grab my phone and scroll through social media, like many of us do. But that night, I did something different. I whispered a question into the silence. Lord, if this is you waking me up, I'm listening. I didn't hear a booming voice from the heavens, but I felt something shift, a peace I can't explain, a stillness that felt holy, and a presence that wrapped around me like a soft blanket in the dark. I truly believe that sometimes God wakes us up not to disturb us, but to invite us. You see, during the day, our minds are full. Notifications, meetings, emails, family, deadlines, noise everywhere. And God? He doesn't compete with noise. He speaks softly. He whispers. So he waits for the quiet, for the stillness, for the 3 a.m. moment when your soul is finally quiet enough to hear him. I want you to picture something. Imagine being in a crowded room where everyone is talking at once, and somewhere in the corner, there's someone softly calling your name. Would you hear it? No. Not unless you step away from the crowd, not unless you quiet the noise. That's what God does. He doesn't shout. He draws you into stillness, because he wants your heart, not just your attention. Now, maybe you're thinking, well, what if I'm just having sleep issues? Isn't that more likely than a divine wake-up call? That's a fair question, and I'm not here to over-spiritualize everything. As someone who's spent years in ministry and also studied psychology, I know that not every sleepless night is a spiritual sign. Stress, diet, lifestyle, they all matter. But listen to me. If it's happening consistently, at the same hour, with that nudge in your spirit, then maybe, just maybe, it's not your body keeping you up. It's your Creator calling your name. I have a friend, a brilliant woman, very grounded in both faith and science. She told me about a season in her life when she kept waking up around 4 a.m. At first, she blamed her hormones. But one morning, instead of getting frustrated, she simply asked, God, is there something you want to say to me? And suddenly, thoughts she'd been pushing aside for months came pouring in, unprocessed grief, a decision she'd been avoiding, and a gentle, loving whisper. It's time to come back to me. Even neuroscience backs this up. During deep night hours, when your brain is in alpha or theta states, you're more in tune with your subconscious, your emotions, your spiritual senses. That's when the noise of logic and planning fades, and your soul begins speak, or rather, to listen. I believe God knows that, and that's why he sometimes chooses the night, not for drama, but for intimacy. So, what should you do if this happens to you? Don't reach for your phone. Don't binge watch something just to pass the time. Instead, pause. Take a deep breath. Whisper, Lord, if you're here, I'm listening. You don't need to say much. Just be available. Open a Bible. Sit in silence. Journal. Cry if you need to. You're not performing. You're communing. I know this may sound strange to some, but I've seen lives change from this very thing. There's something sacred about those moments when the world is asleep, and it's just you and God. No pretense, no pressure, just presence. Scripture shows us that even Jesus, the Son of God, often got up early, before dawn, to pray in solitude. He knew the value of quiet. If Jesus needed silence to connect with his Father, how much more do we? Friend, what if your sleepless night is not a problem, but an invitation? What if God is choosing that quiet hour to prepare you, comfort you, guide you, restore you? What if the insomnia isn't random? It's sacred. You're not alone in the dark. You're being gently called, not scolded, not judged, just invited. If you've ever experienced this, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Maybe what you share will give someone else the clarity they've been praying for. And this, friend, is just the beginning. This is sign number 1 in our series on 7 physical signs God is speaking to you. In the next video, we're going to dive into something that affects all of us: anxiety, restlessness, that heavy feeling in your chest that won't go away. Could it be more than just stress? Could it be God calling you back to Him? We're going to explore that together. So make sure you're subscribed and don't miss the next part of this journey. Until then, if you find yourself awake tonight, don't reach for distraction. Reach for Him. He's already reaching for you.